Hey guys, Pro1701 here, and today we are going to be talking about Star Trek The Next Generation Season 2. And I'm going to tell you my top 5 episodes with 2 honorable mentions that I think you should watch if you have not really ever seen Star Trek The Next Generation, if you're just starting to kind of get into Star Trek The Next Generation. Episodes from Season 2 I think you should check out. Now, Seasons 1 and 2 are easily the weakest of Star Trek The Next Generation. The show didn't really hit its stride till Season 3. So if you are getting started and the first 2 seasons aren't really doing it for you, things really pick up with Season 3. And Seasons 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are a lot better. But Season 2 still has a couple of gems in it, plus some really good episodes as well. And we're going to talk about those today. Number 1, easily my favorite episode of the season, is The Measure of a Man. This is a really good episode. This is what Star Trek is about. It's Star Trek at its best. It has some really good writing. And a lot of the ideas and concepts it talks about are really, really important. A lot of interesting morals at play here. Wonderful performances from Brent. Wonderful performances from Patrick Stewart, from Jonathan Frakes, from the guy playing Ben Maddox, who also showed up in Star Trek Picard. This is that Maddox, the Maddox that shows up in Picard. This is the episode he's from The Next Generation. The speech that Picard gives at the end is amazing. Patrick Stewart can do some great speeches, and just the way he says those lines, the emphasis he puts on everything is just so good. I love a good Picard speech, and he nails this one. I love his performance here. And Jonathan Frakes has a convincing argument too. And there's actually a scene where where Riker learns something that helps his case, because he's having to prosecute a case he doesn't want to prosecute, but he's under orders to prosecute. And when he sees something that'll help him win, he's like, but then he realizes that figuring that out could cause him to have to hurt a good friend of his. So he's like, his face kind of drops when he realizes that him realizing that might not be a good thing. So he's kind of like, and it's a nuanced performance right there from Jonathan Frakes. It's a really good scene. I really, really like it. Again, this is Star Trek at its best. Across any of the Star Trek television series, this is one of its best episodes, and the questions about morals and ethics that it raises, really, really good stuff. High recommend for me. If you watch any story from Season 2, watch this one. Next on the list is Q Who. If there's any other story you watch from Season 2, watch this one. Q Who is very iconic. It is the story that introduces the Borg, which I think are the best villain in all of Star Trek. I love the Borg. I'm hugely fascinated by the Borg because they seem so terrifying. They're kind of like space zombies that turn you into a space zombie. I love their design. I like their design better from First Contact on, when they look even creepier. But even their original design is still pretty creepy to begin with. I like that Q is back in this one, that Q kind of sets them in this situation. We still don't quite learn how dangerous the Borg are yet, because they don't actually try to assimilate people here. That came later. But you get how terrifying they are when you see how hard their ships are to stop, and how their ships can self-repair, and how fast they are. It's definitely communicated that they're a big threat. I like the very ending of the episode when Picard has to admit something he'd probably not rather admit, which kind of earns a little bit of, I don't know if respect is the right word from Q, but I've always kind of figured that Q kind of likes Picard. For some reason, he just has a little respect or a kind of kinship with Picard. And he gives a little speech to Picard right here at the end, too, which I really enjoy. It's a great ending to a great episode. Definitely check it out. The next one on the list is Contagion, where the Enterprise experiences a lot of computer malfunctions, which also happen to a sister ship of its at the beginning of the episode. And the ship just slowly starts breaking down and becoming worse. It's a really, really good one. Another one I like to go back and rewatch from the season. Check it out. What else do we have on here? Peak Performance. Peak Performance. Which one is Peak Performance? I wrote it down. Oh, yeah, the War Games one. I still have it pulled up on the TV, actually, right here. Because I always think of it as the War Game one. I can never remember the the name of the episode. I like this one. It's the Federation's performing some war games, the Enterprise against a ship commanded by Riker, and then the Ferengis basically show up to crash the party. Another really strong episode, or at least decently strong episode. And then, what was the last one I put on here? The Royal. Yeah, I really liked this one. I can't remember the ending of it, but I remember I really like it. I liked it enough it sticks in my mind. Where the Enterprise on a way far away planet ends up in like a hotel from like back in the 20th century. And naturally they're like, how the heck did this get way out here? I remember it being a good episode. I actually do need to rewatch it myself, but I remember I liked it. It stuck in my head that I liked it. I just can't remember the ending of it. And a couple of honorable mentions. Time Squared, where the crew encounters a shuttlecraft which has a version of Picard in it from 6 hours in the future. That one's a pretty fun watch as I recall. And then Manhunt, which I believe might be the first story that had Troy's mother in it. Loxana Troy, I believe it was. She's a character. And Miss Barrett does such a good job playing her. Of course, the same actress who played Nurse Chapel in the original series was Gene Roddenberry's wife. I absolutely adore her as a character. Anytime she's in an episode, there's going to be some humor in it. Anyway, those are my top choices. Again, Season 2, not really a strong season overall, but there are some gems in there. I would definitely recommend watching the ones I've mentioned. And then we can move on to Season 3 when things start getting really, really good. Anyway, other things to do, click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications so you never miss a new video. I try to do a new video every day. I've also started a Patreon page if you would like to contribute to that. My entry-level tier is only $2 a month. If you'd like to support what I do, check that out. There's a link to that down below and get access to behind-the-scenes stuff, bloopers and outtakes, polls to vote in. I've got a poll going on Doctor Who right now for which one I rewatch next. Most importantly, though, stay safe out there, and thank you for watching.